Big up everybody we're checking. And if you're glad to hear, say, evidence has been found that proves that the eyewitness did not see Ninja Man pull the trigger. Drop a like on the video. Drop a comment in the comment section. Now the DPP spoke with reporters and said that while the witness can confirm that Janelle Ballantyne, Desmond Ballantyne, and Dennis Clayton rushed into the yard, he did not see them pull the trigger of the weapon that killed Ricardo Johnson in 2009. However, she said the evidence given at the trial pointed to the three men committing the act as a result of a domestic feud that started the previous day. So this is assumptions and conclusions. Nobody saw Ninja Man actually committing the crime. Think about that. The prosecution said that the individuals, everybody involved, including the deceased, the main crown witness, and the now convicted men, were all friends before the incident. I'm all road it go on. Everybody knew everybody around it. Now, the prosecution said individuals who were involved accordingly had a domestic dispute on Mall Road in Olympic Gardens, St. Andrew. It is said that the feud reportedly involved two tenants, Johnson and an elderly woman, at the premises, which they did not disclose. In the evidence given at the trial, the elderly woman called her granddaughter to help quell whatever argument was taking place, the afternoon dispute. And the granddaughter in turn called her boyfriend, Clayton, who is also the father of her children. The later alleged went to the premises, got into an argument with Johnson and the owner of the property, whom they called Witness A, because after the incident, that individual went into the witness protection program. So them never disclosed him name, they was calling Witness A. Now, according to the evidence, Clayton and Johnson eventually got into a fist fight, which Clayton won. But he returned at about 8 a.m. on March 17. Remember, the dispute started on the 16th. This is another day. Now, at 8 a.m., March 17, he returned with other men and was then armed with a machete. He returned with men. In the evidence given, these men were not the Ballantynes. Keep in mind, Clayton and the Ballantynes have been charged. They are the ones convicted. Clayton and the other person. The other Ballantynes are Ninja Man and his son. But they must say returned with men. During that round of fuss, it is alleged that stones were thrown. The prosecution said that in the evidence given, after that round of arguments, the younger Ballantyne, that are Ninja Man's son, drove up and stopped at Johnson's gate and made threatening remarks at him and Witness A. Both Johnson and Witness A walked away from the fuss. There's no argument. Going to the garrison, they must say the car stop and next round of argument go on, but them walk away. Same day doing the whole of this happened on the 17th. Remember, the incident started from the 16th. Now it reached the 17th. The argument start off again 8 o'clock in the morning. Stone throw, one whole heap of fuss. Young Ninja Man's son drive up. Next round of cussing, them walk away. But later the same morning, Witness A say him go visit Johnson. And the same car that was driven by the younger Ballantyne driving onto the scene. It said this time with Clayton, Janelle, and Ninja Man. So this is how Ninja Man's name get brought into this dispute. Him never did it on the 16th. And when the first round of things are going on the 17th, him never did it either. Witness A say, and when him go visit Johnson again, him see the car where it pass, or the car where Ninja Man's son the driver stop and cuss them the first time, him see the pass back, him probably feel like it's the next round of cussing. Him say, after exiting the vehicle, they threatened both men, as well as a relative of Johnson who intervened. The Ballantynes and Clayton later left the scene. Think about it, you know? They start at 8 o'clock in the morning and all this happened before 11:30. Because, as the report said, at about 11:30 in the morning, Clayton returned with another group of men who were armed with boards and bats. They approached the witness, our witness A and Johnson, who both ran in different directions. Keep this in mind. When him forward back again, this a whole heap of go away and come back, go away, forward back. But when him forward back again, he must say him never seen Ninja Man. Him say them running in different directions. And while retreating, he said he encountered Ninja Man, who had a weapon in his hand, which he used to fire at the witness, who ran to the back of Johnson's house, where he saw the now deceased man, and they both ran through a hole in the fence in the property. According to the evidence, witness A, after covering some distance, looked back and saw Johnson pushing the fence back to hold back the individuals and prevent them from coming through the same hole where witness A and Johnson had recently just crossed. He said Johnson also had a machete that he was using to chop at the fence in a bid to ward off the attackers. Witness A then testified that he then heard a loud explosion coming from the other side of the fence and saw what appeared to be blood coming from Johnson, and with him shouting that he had been shot indeed. Witness A then saw Clayton looking over the fence briefly before Johnson fell and passed at that very same spot. Now keep in mind what was witness A's statement. Now the prosecution also said a relative of Johnson also gave evidence that they saw both Ballantynes jumping over the gate of the premises with guns. Now, prosecution also said Clayton was placed at the crime scene by witness A. She said voice recognition was also used to identify the younger Ballantyne. This came from a witness who went to school and grew up with him. She said that witness was inside the house while everything was taking place. You remember Mall Road, body know everybody around there. So they must say this witness knew him, grew up with him, and hear him voice, and I say, yo, I definitely him. I think there was even a quote. So the Crown asked the court and the jury to use the concept of common design to infer that these three men were acting together in a common design with the aim of using the guns to cause grievous bodily harm to Mr. Ricardo Johnson. But keep in mind we are here. It's almost like the whole community involved in this situation. Because it said Clayton Gowea returned about 3 times with different groups of individuals. This might have been a situation where, well, keep in mind, Ninja Man said never did anything at all. And differently from the witness A and the witness who said that them see both Ballantynes jumping the fence. Nobody heard Ninja Man's voice in that whole argument there. But them could have heard Ninja Man's son voice and identify him. We don't know. It sounds like even if this was an incident that took place on the avenue and Ninja Man was indeed there, it sounds like whole heap of people did there. And it sounds like nobody not see who fired the weapon. Because who the inside and witness A and Johnson they on the other side of the fence. Who they on the other side of the fence know what really take place. Remember, Johnson did indeed die from A gunshot wound. So somebody did fire a shot. But who? And it's like the whole community did it. Because them say both Valentines jump the fence and nobody know how if a ninja man's son or if a ninja man. But talk to me in the comment section and tell me what you think. And until the reason again, live, love and prosper. And also stay tuned.